Hello, everyone. My name's Rachel, and I'm standing in front of you tonight in hopes of being your next president. Ask me about my qualifications and specific plans during Q&A. Right now, I want to talk to you about vision. There are people in Troy, Philippines who will be your family if you let them. I look back on my experience here, and there are people in Troy Phi who have been so instrumental in my growth as a person that I don't know who I'd be without them. They've made me better. They've been cheerleaders. Some of these people are in this room. That is what Troy Phi is. Growth. But I don't think we're there quite yet. So I ask this. How can Troy Philippines be better? Because the way I see it, it shouldn't take a PACN to bring us together. It shouldn't take an entire semester to remember to celebrate us. And it shouldn't take an entire academic year to feel like a community in the first place. These should be constants. And yeah, we do a lot of hanging out. GMs, socials, outings, get-togethers. But I don't think we should discredit this. I think that if you pause in those moments, when you're laughing, or talking over a meal, or sitting in silence with the people from this organization, you'll find that there's a piece of home sitting right there in front of you. Our members should find a home here. Our members should always feel welcome here, no matter how far they wander. We shouldn't start off slow and define our mission as we go. Our mission needs to be clear right from the beginning. We shouldn't start strong only to burn out like we did in the fall. We need to maintain that passion through the entire school year. We shouldn't gain momentum as the semester goes on, like we've experienced this spring. We need to give our members the best space to grow together right away. Troy Philippines should allow for the opportunity to grow. Grow together. And that should be our focus, building a strong community. There are 3 ways I want to help Troy Phi grow. 1, restructure e-board operations to allow for equal distribution of work and prevent e-board burnout. 2, establish a culture of support, accountability, and leadership development across the board, e-board, interns, general members. And 3rd, create programming that is more universal and supports this mission of growth and community. I want to be leader of this organization to create an efficient, open, welcoming space. Leadership is communicating to people their worth and potential so clearly that they see it in themselves. I can do that if you let me. Let me tell you who I am. I'm a cheerleader. I'm your #1 supporter. I'm the type of person that would do anything just to be there for you, to support you and your goals and your plans and your potential. And I think my work for PACN shows for that. My work the entire school year shows for that. I've always been down for TP Man since the very beginning. I believe in leading by example, going above and beyond. My approach to leadership is standing right by your side, being in the trenches together. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it together, through the ups and downs, every step of the way. If you want to do something, I'll sit down and figure out how to make that plan a reality with you. I take my commitments very seriously. I'm always here, present at events and talking to you guys, the members. Present at meetings, present in discussions, in planning and implementing and troubleshooting. And I don't plan on going anywhere. You can't lead an organization without being present. To lead the people is to be with the people, right? And that is what our organization has always been built upon. The people. You. I'll promise you this. If you choose me as your next leader, I will lead with honor and efficiency and warmth and kindness and presence and a commitment to building a community that stands for each other, that stands together, that grows together, that is your cheerleader. Thank you.
3-minute Q&A starts now. Yes.
Can you expound upon having or avoiding the burnout in your keyboard?
I won't go too much into this because I feel like people aren't gonna understand unless they've seen how eBoard works. But right now, the way eBoard works is we lay out all our events at the beginning of the semester, which I think is good. But it seems like a lot of the weight of actually executing the events falls upon like specific people. President, EVP, treasurer, social chair, PACN. And to kind of avoid that, I want to, yes, plan all the events ahead of time, but distribute tasks. Have a point person per each event. Decide it ahead of time in order to have a point person so that work is distributed more equally, but also give people the chance to be a leader and take ownership in the things that we do and build up that next generation and build up that sense of, hey, we can do this together.
So you've been intrinsically part of the programming and leadership of Troy since you were an intern last year and as PACN coordinator this year. You've experienced 2 presidents. How is your leadership style different from those 2 presidents, but how will that benefit the club for next year?
I think for me, my strong suit is my ability to catch the small things. I spent a lot of my time reflecting on how can we make things better, in a good way, of course. But I think for me, I know what questions to ask and what small details to pinpoint in order to make an event run smoothly. I was meeting with the interns just the other, last intern meeting, and they kind of asked, Rachel, what else do we have to do for this event? And I said, did you guys make a sign-up form? And they're like, oh no, wait, no. And so I think for me, my role as a leader has always just been the support and sort of the person to kind of guide you along your way, but never take complete control.
You're detail-oriented, but what's big picture?
Can you rephrase the
Vision.
question?
What's your vision?
My vision?
Yeah, just
I said my vision. No, everybody touches upon this idea of family. And yes, we are a family. I'm really glad we're a family. But I think there's so much potential in the people of this club. And so for me, what I want to do is give people a space to see that in themselves, right? And give people a space to feel like they're a leader. And my vision is to restructure both the intern program and the way eBoard does things to build leadership and also have members be integrated in the processes that we do, to have a sense of ownership so they're not just showing up and seeing what happens, sort of thing.
You talked a lot about eBoard, our interns, and our members. What are your plans for the community as a whole?
The community
outside of TP?
No, I think it's a huge, huge aspect of things that we need to touch on. I think we need to go more philanthropic. I think we need to connect more to our culture, right? A lot of what we've done is internal and social, and that's great. But I think we could integrate both, right? A lot of what Neil and Haley were saying sounded freaking amazing to me, right? Going out and doing community service events. I think being able to go out and contribute, give something of yourself to something greater than yourself will help bring us together.
Any more questions? Yes, Scott.
You mentioned earlier that it shouldn't take a PACN or a semester or a year to find a particular closeness amongst the members. Sadly to say, it took a PACN for me to get close to some of the people in this room today. Could you share some ideas that you have to find this unity or closeness earlier in the year?
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to diversify our programming, right? I found that in the fall semester, for example, we spent a lot of our time on tailgates, on fundraisers, which is fun, it's cool. But I think by diversifying our programs and doing both big events and small events will allow for the space for people to both get to know each other and feel like they're part of a community, right? And so by diversifying our programming, I mean, a lot of people have been mentioning, expanding the TP Goes things. TP Goes kayaking, TP Goes hiking, TP Goes to LACMA, right? And also focusing in on the small things, right? I think eBoard especially has to kind of take the initiative and see a new person and say, hey, do you want to come to the meeting tonight? So, yeah.
You good?
I think that's it.
Thank you so much.